Morning, boys and girls. It's really lovely to be here this morning and to be able to read you another story from the Jesus Storybook Bible that you've heard some stories from before. Now, I know that you can see me, but I can't see you, which is really a bit sad. So I thought I'd just sit in front of a photograph of some of our grandchildren. In fact, all of our grandchildren. We've got quite a lot, so we're very, very lucky. And they would keep me company, which is quite nice. Since I can't see you, some children might recognise some children up there. You can see if you can spot them. This morning's story is really about a man who would have liked a family, a big family. And the story's called God's Special Promise to Abraham. And this is the story. Years passed and things didn't get any better. People were still being cruel and mean to each other. People were getting sick and died. God's world was still full of tears, but it was never meant to be like this. God was getting ready to do something about it. He was going to make all the wrong things right, and he was going to do it through a family. Abraham, God said, how many stars are there in the sky? God was about to tell his friend a wonderful secret. Let me see, Abraham said, rolling up his sleeves and looking out at the sky. 993, 990, oh, I've lost count now. There are too many stars in the sky to count. You children at home could try it sometime. You could peep out the window and see if you can count them. It's very tricky. Guess what? God laughed. I will give you so many children and grandchildren and great-grandchildren. You won't be able to count them either. Abraham couldn't help stopping to giggle at such a wonderful idea. But he said, how could he have a family? Don't be silly. He didn't have any children, let alone any grandchildren. He was a bit sad and wiped away a tear. Anyway, it was far too late for him to start to have babies at his age. He was 99 years old. What could God mean? Abraham, God said, believe me. And then God told Abraham his secret rescue plan. Abraham, I will make your family very big, God promised, until one day your family will come to number more than even all the stars in the sky. Abraham looked up at the dark night sky, thick with stars. You are going to be my special family, my people, and through you everyone on earth will be blessed. Well, this was an incredible promise. God was going to rescue the world through Abraham's family. One of his great-great-great-grandchildren would be the child, the promised one. But this is too wonderful, Abraham said. How can this be true? Is anything too good to be true? God asked. Is anything too wonderful for me? So Abraham trusted what God said more than what his eyes could see, and he believed. But when Abraham's wife, Sarah, heard God's promise, she just laughed to herself. But it wasn't a happy laugh. It was quite a sad laugh. She'd always wanted a baby, and she could only dream of that. Could God really give her a baby when she was very old? No, of course not. Don't be silly. Sarah didn't believe God could do what he promised. She had forgotten that when God says something, it's as good as done. Of course, it was easy for God to give her a baby son, as it was for him to make all the stars in the sky. Sure enough, 9 months later, just as God had promised, Sarah gave birth to a baby boy. They named him Isaac, which means son of laughter. And Sarah laughed, and they all laughed. They were so happy. Her dream had come true. So Abraham was the dad, Sarah was the mum, and Isaac was the baby. God had done what he had promised. He would always look after Abraham's family, his special family. And one day, God would send another baby, a baby promised to a girl, but this baby would bring laughter to the whole world. The baby would be everyone's dream come true. Thank you, boys and girls, for listening so carefully to the story.